Have you always dreamed of growing your own fresh food, but figured you just don't have the space or the green thumb for it? Well, what if I told you that you could start your very first garden right now with just a few pots? So many people think you need a huge yard and some kind of secret knowledge, but that's just not true. Container gardening is your ticket to a world of fresh flavors and the awesome satisfaction of growing something yourself, whether it's on your patio, your balcony, or even a sunny windowsill. In this video, I'm going to show you just how simple it is to turn that space into a thriving, productive garden. We're going through it all, from picking the perfect pot to tasting that first homegrown tomato. Forget feeling overwhelmed. We're breaking it down into 7 easy steps that will give you the confidence to get started today.
First things first, let's talk about choosing the right container. This is where your plant is going to live its whole life, so you want to make it a happy home. A classic beginner mistake is grabbing a container that's way too small. It might look cute, but small pots dry out in a heartbeat and can choke your plant's roots, leading to a stressed out, unhappy plant. As a general rule, bigger is almost always better. For most vegetables and herbs, a great starting point is a container that's at least 12 inches deep and 12 inches wide. Think of a 5-gallon bucket. This size gives the roots room to stretch out and holds enough soil and water to forgive you if you forget to water for a day. Of course, some plants, like lettuce or herbs, can do just fine in smaller 8-inch pots, while a big tomato plant will be happiest in something 10 gallons or larger. Now, what about the material? You'll see everything from plastic and terracotta to ceramic and fabric. Plastic pots are lightweight and fantastic at holding moisture, which means less watering for you. Terracotta is a classic beauty, but it's porous and dries out fast, so get ready to water more often. But here's the one thing that is absolutely non-negotiable. Your container must have drainage holes. If water can't get out, it will pool at the bottom and your plant's roots will rot. It's that simple. Good drainage is literally the difference between a thriving plant and a dead one.
Okay, you've got your pot. Now what do you fill it with? I'm going to let you in on a secret that will save you a world of frustration. Whatever you do, do not use soil from your garden. Garden soil is heavy. It compacts in a pot, and it can suffocate your plant's roots by stopping air and water from getting where they need to go. What you're looking for is a product called potting mix or container mix. This stuff is a lightweight blend of ingredients like peat moss, coconut coir, perlite, and vermiculite that's been engineered specifically for pots. The mix holds on to moisture perfectly, while those little white specks, that's the perlite, create air pockets, ensuring fantastic drainage and happy roots. And here's a pro tip. Always moisten your potting mix before you put it in the pot. Dry mix can be a little hydrophobic, meaning it actually repels water at first. Just dump some into a bucket, add water, and mix it around until it feels like a damp, crumbly brownie. Then fill your containers, leaving an inch or two of space at the top. We call this head space, and it stops soil from washing out everywhere when you water. This is the fun part. Deciding what to grow. When you're just starting out, the key is to choose plants that are easy, productive, and happy in containers. A quick win will build your confidence and get you hooked for good. For veggies, you absolutely can't go wrong with cherry tomatoes. Look for a variety that says determinate or patio on the tag. They're bred to stay small and manageable. Leafy greens like lettuce and spinach are also fantastic for beginners. They grow fast, don't need super deep pots, and can handle a little bit of shade. If you're impatient, try radishes. They can go from seed to salad in less than a month. Herbs are basically foolproof and so rewarding. Plants like basil, mint, parsley, and chives are almost effortless to grow in pots and will totally change your cooking game. One word of warning, mint is an aggressive grower. Always give it its own pot unless you want it to stage a hostile takeover of your entire container. When you're at the nursery, just read the plant tags. They'll tell you everything you need to know, especially how much sun the plant needs. For most vegetables, you'll want to find a spot that gets at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight every day. Hey, if you're finding these tips helpful and you're getting pumped to start your own garden, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I put out new videos every week with more tips and tricks to help you grow, and you won't want to miss what's next. Now, let's get those plants in the dirt.
All right, you've got your pot, your soil is ready, and your plants are picked out. Time to bring it all together. If you're mixing different plants in one big container, a fun and easy design trick to remember is thriller, filler, and spiller. Your thriller is a tall, dramatic plant that goes in the middle to add some height. Filler plants are more rounded, and you tuck them in around the thriller to make the pot look full. And spiller plants are trailers that you plant near the edge so they can cascade over the side. It's a simple formula that makes any container look like it was put together by a pro. When you're ready to plant, gently slide the plant out of its nursery pot. If the roots are all wound up in a tight circle at the bottom, that's called being root-bound. Just gently tease them apart with your fingers. This encourages them to grow out into all that new soil you just gave them. Dig a hole in your potting mix that's about the size of the root ball and set the plant inside. Make sure the top of the root ball is level with the soil around it. Backfill with more potting mix, gently firming it down to get rid of any big air pockets. Try not to overcrowd your pot. It's tempting, but plants need their personal space to grow. Once everyone is planted, give the whole container a really good deep drink of water until you see it running out of the drainage holes. This settles the soil and helps the roots feel right at home.
Watering is where a lot of new gardeners get nervous, but it doesn't have to be intimidating. The number one rule to remember is that containers dry out way faster than a garden bed. On hot, sunny, or windy days, you might even need to water every single day. So how do you know when it's time? Forget a strict schedule. The best way is to use the finger test. Just stick your finger about an inch or two into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it feels moist, check it again later. This simple trick is the best way to avoid both overwatering and underwatering. When you do water, water deeply. Pour water slowly all over the soil surface until you see it running out the bottom. This ensures the water reaches all the roots, not just the top layer, and it also helps flush out any built-up salts from fertilizer. Try to water in the morning. This lets the leaves dry off during the day, which helps prevent fungal diseases.
You've planted this gorgeous container. Now where do you put it? The success of your garden really depends on finding the right spot. Most vegetables, like tomatoes and peppers, are total sun worshipers. They need a spot that gets at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight a day to really produce for you. Before you settle on a permanent home, spend a day just watching the light on your patio or balcony. See where the gentle morning sun hits versus the hot afternoon sun. If your choices are limited, don't sweat it. Many plants, like salad greens and most herbs, do perfectly fine with just 4 to 6 hours of sun. One of the best things about container gardening is that it's mobile. If you have heavy pots, put them on wheeled caddies before you fill them up. This makes it super easy to chase the sun or move your plants to safety during a crazy windstorm. You can also use pot feet or a couple of bricks to lift your containers off the ground. This improves drainage and prevents those ugly stains on your deck.
The nutrients in a bag of potting mix are not infinite. As your plants grow, they eat up the food in the soil. And because you're watering so often, nutrients also get washed out through the drainage holes. So to keep your plants healthy and productive, you're going to need to fertilize them. About a month after you plant, you can start feeding your container garden. A simple, liquid, water-soluble fertilizer every 2 to 4 weeks is perfect. Just follow the directions on the package. For plants that make fruit, like tomatoes and peppers, This regular feeding is what fuels all that delicious production. And now for the grand finale, the harvest. This is the absolute best part. For leafy greens and herbs, cutting them often is actually good for them. It encourages the plant to grow even more. So don't be shy about snipping off what you need for dinner. For veggies like tomatoes and peppers, pick them as soon as they look ripe and have their full color. The more you pick, the more the plant will focus its energy on making new fruit. There is truly nothing like the taste of something you grew with your own 2 hands. Enjoy it. I know starting a garden can feel like a huge project, but starting one in containers is genuinely simple. Just remember the basics. Start with a big pot that has drainage, use a quality potting mix, pick easy plants, water when the soil feels dry, give them lots of sun, and don't forget to feed them. You don't need a giant backyard to feel the joy of gardening. All you need is a single pot, a patch of sun, and the desire to grow something. You have everything you need to get started today. Seriously, go find a container and get planting. You'll be amazed at what you can do. Thanks so much for watching. If this guide helped you out, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more gardening adventures. We'd love to see what you're growing, so drop a picture of your new container gardens in the comments below. Happy gardening!